Welcome everyone to another night review. Today we have the 2021 Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now if this is your first time for a night review, be sure to subscribe for more night videos. We're going to check out all the exterior lights, the interior lights, and we're going to take it for a test drive and see just how well this does. Now to start things off up front, first of all, this is in the mid $40,000 range. I will have a full daytime review following this up a little bit later on. But we have full LED headlights. You've got that LED daytime running light, kind of that inverse mark up above the headlight. So you've got LED high and low beams and the marker light on the side. This is the A220. This is not the AMG version of the A-Class, but that daytime running light does share the blinker as well. So you've got that turn indicator in there and that marker light. I think that looks really slick. All LED up front. And this is a denim blue color. It looks really dark. Obviously it is dark outside, but in the daytime, this blue color actually looks pretty nice. Now for a side shot, you've got that marker light for safety reasons, the indicator in the mirror, and you've got 18-inch wheels here. So I like the design of this A220. What do y'all think of the A-Class Mercedes? It is fairly sleek. You might be able to catch a glimpse of the interior ambient lights, which look really cool. And this is a compact car, just under 180 inches, so it is on the smaller side, but I'll show you more of that in the full review. Got LED taillights as well, the brake lights, the blinker is red, and this little light right there is actually a rear fog light. You get that on the left side, the driver's side, plus LED license plate lights, and then you can see the brake and reverse lights. Then just a quick glimpse at the cargo area while we're back here. This is a pretty small cargo area, and you just got one little light up above, but it gives you enough light, you know, to see everything that you need to back here. And I guess you can count that one up there, which is kind of nice. You can actually even see a red light if your trunk is open too, so somebody can see that. And just a quick glimpse at the back seat. The back seat is on the small side, but you do have some good lighting. You've got lighting on each side, no real buttons or anything to worry about. But on the door, you can see the ambient lighting and your switches, lock and window switches are illuminated. And then the area illuminated under the seat, under driver and passenger seat, actually changes color with the ambient lights. It's just white because of the door being open. But the front seat area is where everything is really cool. So you can see the ambient lighting strips here on the door. You've got the nice bright broadcast lights up above, ambient lighting on the center console, and a couple of massive, well, good size digital displays. And a quick glimpse at these seats. These are comfortable seats. I haven't spent a lot of time in here yet, but I've been comfortable so far. Thigh cushion support as well. All right, we are inside now. I'm gonna show you these lights and the screens and all the buttons, but first, right on the side, you do get a little bit of lighting on the ground, like puddle lighting, but no specific approach lighting. And then over on the left, you get an outline of your seats and your memory settings, heated seats, and this ambient lighting running up here. Plus, your lock buttons and all your window switches are illuminated. And then just to the left of the steering wheel, these are all your light controls to turn them on or off, even your interior light brightness and rear fog lights. The steering wheel buttons are lit up nicely as well. So on the right side, you can control your audio. You can even control your main screen with the steering wheel. I'll show you that in the full review. Then on the left, everything is lit up. Cruise control, you can control your information display as well. Your shifter stock is actually right there instead of down on the normal console, but you've got this optional 10.25-inch screen, which I really like. It's nice for a digital screen. So this area in the middle has a lot of customizable areas. Then on the left, you can customize a whole bunch of different things that you see over here. Same goes for the right, so you can have it look more traditional or not, and all using your steering wheel, you can see all sorts of different information on here. So for example, navigation, let's just go to the full map. So you can see the full screen on here, and this display is just really vibrant, really nice. And using the button next to your steering wheel, you can dim it just like the main screen. Increase brightness, dim it, so that's nice. This is also an optional screen. Usually you'll get a 7-inch screen, but this is a 10.25-inch screen, which looks nice. It's got good graphics, it's fairly quick. You use a touchpad, or you can actually touch it as well. So it's a touch screen, or you can use a touchpad. It's very similar to your main display. You can see everything really well on here. Everything is clear. A lot of customizable features on here as well. So I just went to settings, From here is where you can customize some of your vehicle specific or light settings. So you can go to ambient lighting here, as you can tell. Exterior lighting, you can choose how long the delay is. Same with the interior lighting delay. Daytime running lights on or off, those are pretty much always on. So that is nice. Let's go to the ambient lighting. And the nice thing about this is you can change the color. So first of all, if multicolor is selected, there can be different colors in here. Same with the multicolor animation, or you can go over to this wheel and literally just move it around wherever you want for different colors. So I just changed it. It's kind of a purpley color right now. What do y'all think of that? Even the air vents, like that air vent, these air vents next to you, on the door, all of that changes. Now, for example, if I go to multicolor, and maybe I go to ocean, well, I'll just leave it like that. It's on red moon, and you can see with the multicolor, we have blue and the red, kind of a purplish. So you can have different colors, you can have just one color, but if it's too much and it's distracting, you can actually turn it off or turn it down. So we'll go back and go to brightness, and you can change the brightness of specific areas. The accent lights, the actual ambient lights, and in the vents. So I'm going to turn all of them down so you can kind of get a sense for that. So now they are down to 10%. And they look brighter on the camera. It's definitely making them look brighter, but it's significantly dimmer than it was at 100%, which is right here, which seriously just lights everything up. But if I go down to 0%, obviously they're gone. You can shut them off completely if they are distracting or just too much. Aside from the vents being lit up, you've got dual zone climate control down below. So all those settings are down here. The system works well for you and your passenger, and you can sync it. You've got lighting for whatever color you decide down there, down at your feet, driver feet, passenger feet, and the camera's making it look a little bit brighter than what it actually is. And like I said, you can dim that too. Even the door sill has lighting. The cup holders have a little bit of lighting that kind of shine down in them. And then this is your touchpad where you can control your main display. I like the fact that you have shortcuts, you have your drive mode indicator over here, even a favorites. It's easy to use, and it's got a little pad to rest your hand. And then coming back a little more, you've got some, pretty nice materials here. I'll show you more in the review. But there is some lighting inside this center console too, which is on the smaller side, but a little bit bigger than it looks. And then opening the glove box, soft opening, and it has a light. Then up above, I showed you guys this in the GLB, but you can do a few cool things in here. So first of all, if you press that, if that's lit up, the door off, when you open your doors, it's not going to turn the interior lights on. If you have it not lit up, then the interior lights will turn on, like most vehicles. You can turn all these lights on. These lights look kind of cool, and they're actually pretty darn bright. So those are the main lights, to where it's not just like a reading lamp, it actually is really bright in here. But you can also hit that button and just turn on the rear lights, which for me is quite convenient for me and my daughter in a car seat with my wife, so it turns this whole back seat on without the front. And then of course you have reading lights, which usually come from up here, but these actually come from under the mirror. So the driver literally doesn't see any light at all. It's not distracting if your passenger has light on, but they can have the reading lamp on if they want, and same goes with the driver if you want a reading lamp. But I really like how it doesn't come from up there, it comes from the mirror. And then you do have a visor with the vanity light and a mirror. All right, let's take a look at these headlights. So first of all, if you're enjoying this type of a night video, please let me know by clicking the thumbs up button down below. And as we look here, I don't have IIHS ratings like I do for most cars, but you can see a pretty good beam pattern. There is that cutoff in the middle to help prevent blinding oncoming drivers. This maybe looks a little bit low to me, and we don't have front fog lights. So the peripherals maybe won't be that great. I'm a little surprised by that. There's one thing to let you know in just a second, but high beams are, honestly, they look pretty low. It looks like the brightest spot is not even really above the cutoff line of these headlights. So we'll test those out in a little bit, but if you want adaptive headlights, you can get them. You just have to get the exterior lighting package, which we do not have. That also means you don't get automatic high beams. All right, everyone, let's get rolling in the Mercedes here. So first of all, a couple things that you can expect to see here is a little bit of how it drives, but mainly what these headlights look like on a dark road, partially illuminated road, and on the dark road I'll give you a better view from that camera up there, so you get a good idea of what it's like to drive this at night, and just, you know, kind of get a sense of the ambiance and the vibe with the ambient lighting in here, which I'll also change a little bit too. But if you want to see the real driving impressions, be sure to head to the description below, and I'll have the full review out soon after this video. All right, right off the bat, a little bit of info about this powertrain. We got a 2-liter turbo in here. Not the most horsepower, not a ton of torque either, but it's a little zippier than you might expect. Efficiency's not bad too. And getting on our first road, let's go ahead and put the pedal down. And it revs up pretty quick. This is the 4MATIC, so we have all-wheel drive on here as well, so you got good traction. And a quick note is that the driver's rearview mirror is automatic dimming. The passenger's side mirror, or the driver's side mirror, is also automatic dimming. The passenger mirror is not automatic dimming. But on this road, you know, you have some street lights here, and you can still see the cutoff line from these headlights, but we'll get on a dark road in just a little bit. Now, driving this, I haven't driven this a whole lot yet. I haven't done my full review and drive and all that good stuff yet to really get a good sense of everything, but I've been comfortable in here, and the ride has been, you know, nice and compliant. You don't have huge wheels, you don't have a stiff sporty suspension. It's just been comfortable, and I like the ambiance with the lighting. It's on 100% brightness right now, and I know in the GLB video I did, some of you said that that is, you know, a little too bright and distracting. So I'll turn it down when we get on our dark road here, so it's not too harsh. All right, y'all, we're just about to turn onto the dark road. I dimmed the lighting to about 50%, and I even dimmed the main screen and digital display here too. So hopefully that's a little bit better. And we do not have the automatic high beams, and we don't have adaptive lights, both of which are available, but we don't have them. Hopefully you can get a good look at where that cutoff line is. These low beams aren't too bad. It seems a little close. Let's see how it is when we level out. All right, so I can see into that corner a little bit. It's definitely dark on the oncoming lane side, but this is all right so far. You're missing out on the adaptive lights a little bit, but let me know what your feedback is on how these lights look so far. Still just the low beams. Cresting the hill, you can see that car up ahead nicely. You can see the marker lights on the road with the low beams and high beams. All right, so those are doing good. I mean, they are lighting up well straight ahead, but it's definitely extra bright, a little closer than I would think. Low beams. Oh yeah, these are okay. So the low beams, this is looking pretty good off to the right side of the road and down into that corner. High beams. Taking this left corner, definitely darker going to that side, which is normal with the cutoff line. And straightening out here, we actually have the oncoming traffic, so I'm not turning the high beams on, but looking into the ditches, you know, I wish we had fog lights available, not just for fog, but for the peripheral vision, but we don't have them on this A220. Then high beams on. It's definitely bright, you know, right in front of you. And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a lot of wind noise in here. It is kind of windy outside, but there's a lot of wind noise right now. Low beams, high beams. What do y'all think so far? And in my short time with this, nobody has flashed me, so these must not be too bright to oncoming traffic. But one more little look. Low beams here. I can see the stop sign with the low beams. High beams. All right, so I'm happy with these lights. They do good. I like that they're standard, and you can get adaptive lights optional if you want with the automatic high beams. But what do y'all think of the ambiance, the lighting, the ambient lighting, the displays, just the aesthetic of this as well? And if you like night videos like this, be sure to subscribe for more and click that thumbs up button if you liked it. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next time.